should get something now. Or about in 5 seconds once this lag kicks in. Okay. Is it loud, quiet?
Well, my volume is maxed every time mine. I can go higher up the headset too. I think it's
Should be good?
yep.
Okay. The settings I got are like my mic is maxed out, but my in-game is only at like 20%, 30%. I didn't want to be one of those people that have their in-game volume like overpowering everything.
Yep, that's that. Gotta be able to hear that commentary.
Well, it's no different than having the in-game volume drown out Discord when you're on it with friends. Am I right? Actually, fuck. Wrong way. Aw, you're so kind.
I liked and subscribed and yet to comment. But here I'll say something.
If video cards weren't so expensive, I'd look at upgrading this year to a 1070.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the die off. I'm surprised my Discord doesn't have post Path of Exile. That'd be a good recap for the season. I guess I could just reset the mission.
Hey. Oh. Yeah, seems to work just fine.
I can tell when I'm not watching if I start to snore.
Oh, okay.
Does the chat on your thing work when you use the chat as a subject?
Yeah.
Just in case I jump off of Discord or something like that, it's a lot.
Oh. No, that's fine. I'll stay on here. I thought you guys were going to take off too, like Daryl said he was. Oops.
Oh, Daryl has to take off.
If you have any questions regarding this game or how it works, please ask.
I was playing a little bit, and I think I finally got off the beach.
Okay. Yeah.
Not very high level matching. So I have a good grasp on how it usually works.
Yeah. I mean, really, in general aspect, it's just an ARPG with a different system. Like, it's still grind kill. It's just the skills work differently than, say, Diablo. But it's still a pretty easy game to get once you start to pay attention to how it works. Mastering, on the other hand.
I'm still learning stuff like trial and error things, switching weapons, changing strengths, stuff. Can't just slot skills into a weapon that's switched in the field to still be able to use it.
Yeah.
Or even then, I had stuff slotted into my armor. If I was switching weapons, I had a list. If I was switching melee range, then still had to use some skills.
Yeah, and generally you don't want to do that. You want to stick to one kind. I mean, I know you're just learning, but it is better to just master one thing.
Yeah, that's what I figured next game because I want to go ranged or the
Yeah.
I want to do ranged.
All unlike some people, the elitists that play the game, I'll never discourage anything, especially your first time through. But I will tell you, just from playing, that leveling once you get to the mid towards like, 3/4 of the way through the story, ranged becomes so much harder to level than a melee character. Just the skills are a lot weaker until you reach the end game abilities and have the different support gems available to you. Like, melee skills will do more damage with less links. So I'm sure you've seen like how the supports work, how you need them to be linked together, right? So a melee skill is fine off 3 or 4 links. You can get through the entire storyline on a 4 link. Simple. Bow skills, if you don't have a 5 or a 6 link, they suck. They just don't do the damage.
Yo, you okay? You alright? You alright? Good. Your head was flopping around a lot there, so you were.
What the fuck?
As long as you're okay, I'm good.
Nope. Game crashed. Is he gonna make it?
No, he's gonna go lay down tonight. You gonna go lay down or take a shower? Shower first.
Alright, AJ, you might have to do the bro thing and see him naked in the shower if you hear the concussion fall.
Well, his shower's in the pool, so he can't even fall over. He falls in the shower, he's just gonna brace himself.
He's still standing by the end of it.
The lake's not so bad with Bestiary early on.
Was it OBS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using it. It would like the berry and stuff. Get the berry. What, 6,000?
Yeah.
The settings are high enough. It's still like, I mean, it'd still be like 5 to 8 seconds behind, but I guess that's pretty much acceptable now.
I can't change that.
No,
No.
it's good with how it is for everyone.
Yeah, that's just a feature of like streaming, unfortunately. Everything's always going to be, no matter, like, I've tried so many different services. I've tried YouTube, I've tried Twitch, I've even tried something else that was built into OBS that I don't even remember the name of it now, because it was like some no-name thing, and it still had a 5 to 8 second delay. The best I've ever had is like 4. Because there was even one where it was like, remove the delay.
If you're gonna hang out in Discord still, you might as well turn off the audio mute. I'm assuming you have your stream open. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure like this. I thought there'd be a way that I could mute it, but I can't. Mute it. I'm actually not hearing sound. I hear you, but I don't hear sound from the game. Yeah. So I don't know fix that. I'm not hearing the game audio. Huh. No. I mean, that's alright. I understand what's happening right now without the audio.
I know, but it's confusing to me. Fuck! Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but ever since I started streaming with 2 different frequency monitors, OBS hasn't fucking worked right. It keeps crashing repeatedly.
Are you doing a screen capture, or do you just capture
The game.
running program?
Yeah, I'm doing a game capture. So what I got right now is in front of me, I'm using essentially the 24-inch version of Daryl and Kev's monitor. Right, so 144 hertz at 1080p. On my right, I have my other monitor, which is a 22-inch, 60 hertz. Before, what I used to use was the 22 was my main, and I had this little 17, 19-inch with a max resolution of like 1366 by 768. It's ugly.
That's 720p still.
Really? Because it looks like my BCR.
Well, it's still the 720 resolution. It might be 720p.
Okay. But either way, that's what I used to use, and everything worked fine. But ever since I've started this setup, if I alt-tab, the games crash.
That's weird.
You're telling me.
I wonder.
I'm starting to think it's probably a driver issue of sorts.
Maybe just do a fresh install your driver.
I probably should. I should really do a cleanup of this system. I haven't really cleaned it since I put the SSD in. Like,
Yeah, well, I cleaned mine so that I could install in place these.
fair enough, you had no choice.
I don't mind it though. It took a while for everything to get indexed, and my computer's running pretty slow. But now it's back up to speed. And I used Cortana a couple of times because I usually have my microphone plugged in with my microphone. So I like Cortana. Usually does it. It's not bad. I like it works better.
Cortana, suck my knob.
Cortana, shoot your tits. Not much of that.
Wonder if it would work with Siri.
Hey Google. Hey Google. Suck my knob. Oh.
This is the Templar ascended into Inquisitor. So the key thing with the Templar's Inquisitor is that when you're dealing with elemental damage, so like spells. If you crit, you ignore all resistances, so you don't need any penetration. They don't have resists. So it's more designed for like the endgame bosses that have really high resistances. And the thing that's making all the shit spam on the screen, I have 2 wands. They're called the Poet's Pens. And they make it so when I use any wand attack, they will cast the spell that's inside of them. So one of them has Bladefall, which I'm sure you can figure out what that is just by the name. And the other one, I'll fire off over here. You can see those spikes coming out of the ground. That is Glacial Cascade with an MTX on it.
I saw a clip on Reddit. The guy was using the stream. He got his key to access the test server for PUBG to get access to it. He was streaming and it pops up on screen. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Trying to figure out how to activate it. When you get 8 seconds left, no.
Wow. That's like somebody who... what was it? I think it was like the fails of Instagram or something that somebody made on one of those, 20 picture clips. Like, those random posts, eh? And some like teenage girl who's like, I finally got my visa in the mail, and she posted a picture of it with her name on it. And she's like, the number on the back is this. Why do you guys keep asking? Yeah, I know. So this is actually the end of Act 9 right now. Yeah, that's the 3 bosses into 1 giant monstrosity. Another fucking crash. I'd love to stream this to you, AJ, but the game keeps crashing, so I'm gonna end up killing the stream.